Hey, how's it going, everybody? So this is the last video that I thought I would be making recently. Just woke up this morning to see some messages that this had found its way into beta, and I'm still kind of confused. Like, has 2020 just extended another 9 months into the future, or what the hell is going on? If you've been playing for a while, then you know that there was quite a long gap after. I haven't been playing this long, but I've heard from others, quite a long gap after season 1 before season 2. And in my experience, a decently long gap after season 2 into season 3. And now we are months away from the end of season 3, not even complete yet. Again, months away. We're probably going to February or March, I would imagine. There's definitely going to be a secret hero like there was for season 2 with Ursina popping up towards the end. So depending on where you're at in season 3, there is sort of a similarly shadowy figure. No spoiler alerts here, but I think that will be coming. So currently we have releases until, I think Thor is happening, Lord Loki is happening this month, Thor is happening January, and then I think we'll see at least one or two other heroes maybe for February. So I don't know if they're just trying to go right from season 3 into season 4, but what the hell. So I'm excited to share these heroes with you because they are ridiculously strong and it's sort of absurd. So it's also kind of funny that they only added 5-star heroes, so they're just like showing you the most unavailable stuff. We have no idea if they're going to change the price of the portal. That would be pretty unusual. I think that they're going to stick with the 350 gems for the season 2 and season 3 portals. But we don't know if the rates are going to change. We don't know any of that kind of stuff. But these heroes are ridiculous. And at the beginning of before season 3 started, when those heroes were in beta, the realm bonuses used to be pretty absurdly good too. So they did cut those back. I have confidence that they're going to reduce these, but it's just ridiculous to see where their first draft is at, considering where we're at in the game. It literally is ridiculous. So we have 7 5-star heroes coming out, and I'm just going to go through those one after the other. So make sure you stick around because this is definitely good information if you want to see where the game is going, how quickly they're accelerating to all these new sort of events and portals and all of these opportunities to spend money. So this acceleration is a little bit worrisome to me, especially coupled with the hero power. So let's look at the first one. I'm not even going to try with that. Well, I am. Of course I am. But Ayuda. Look at that. 826 attack, 803 defense, 1334 HP. Like, I think Geffion had over 800 attack, but her defense was quite low to balance that out. And I think her HP was in the 1200s too. So crazy strong. I don't really pay attention to this power stat. If you do, 825 seems really damn high. Yellow Barbarian at fast speed. So they have these abilities, and these are super overpowered right now. So increased special skill damage. The first time this hero casts special skill that does damage, additional 50% is added to its power. So we don't really know where this is going to happen in the damage calculation. For example, and I'll make this quick, Glenda has a 40% special skill attack buff. That happens at a certain point in the damage calculation that makes it less impactful than a standard 40% attack buff. So we don't know where this is going to apply and how, this effect can be more or less even at a fixed 50%. But holy shit, that's so good for a fast hero. So your first hit is going to be ridiculous. Deals 435% damage to the target. Deals 500 extra damage if the target has boosted health. So that's just a great boosted health counter. And that's 500, straight up 500 extra damage, which means that doesn't factor into defense stats. So if your snipe was supposed to be 800, Now it's going to be 1300. This is not actually my favorite hero. The stats are absurd. Fast speed is great. That's a decent hit. And there's not enough boosted health heroes right now for me to really value this. But not bad. Next, I'm not even going to try to say that. Captain Nemo. No. Captain Nemo. 842 attack. What the hell? 770 defense, a little bit more balanced, but like 842 attack. I don't know who has the highest attack, but it's probably the ninjas. The ninjas can get over 900. I think 936 is the top, but that's at plus 20. So this hero can probably get far past that. Rogue, a really great class. And an excellent red sniper. So this hero is awesome. Ability, start battle with mana. This hero receives 20% mana at the start of the battle. So I think that means like the first hit or the first charge is going to be at very fast speed. So that's really awesome. It doesn't synergize super well with the abilities, but there are ways around that. So also fast speed, 300% damage to the target. So on the low side, respectable. That's like what Kill Hair does. So on offense, it's probably like 500-ish. On defense, maybe as much as 700, low 700s. But deals 600% damage if the caster has status ailments or negative stacks. So I don't know if that means, if he's firing at very fast speed with that mana boost at the start, you're not going to have any of that stuff on you unless you've had a horrible board. But I don't know if that means it's 600%, but your attack is decreased. You know what I mean? Like if you have a minus 50% attack, for example, where does that, we don't know, since the damage calculation is not just a cut and dry, simple calculation, we don't know where these things are going to come in and what kind of impacts they're going to have. But still, that's a really, really strong hit at fast speed, kind of making the best of a bad situation if you do have negative effects on you. And just that ability to start with mana is quite good, considering it's just free. Okay, next we have Dr. Moreau. 795 attack, 774 defense, 1477 HP, which is quite good. Ability, damage reduction. Received damage is reduced by 50% for the first 3 times this hero receives damage. So when I first read that, I was thinking, oh my god, that's ridiculously overpowered. But keep in mind, this is going to be true for tiles as well. So that's probably a really good hero for the flank on defense. Obviously, they have offensive capability as well, but sometimes you'll stack colors for the flanks, and those first 3 tiles can take away half your health, so reducing those significantly is pretty good. Also a rogue, so we're coming out heavy with the good classes here. Mana speed, fast, deals 260% damage to the target and nearby enemies, so pretty good for a hit 3. Not incredible, but pretty good. The target and nearby enemies get minus 35% accuracy for 4 turns. Chance to miss also applies to special skills. So we kind of have a new Drake, and finally we're seeing blind in non-yellow heroes. I forget what Drake's damage is. I think 260 is like what Ursina does when you're above 50% health. I can't remember what Drake's damage is, but I think it might also be 260. I've never had him, so I haven't paid a lot of attention. So, pretty good. The regular ability is really nice. The stats are incredible. And just a solid all-around fast hero. So we're going to see a lot of this guy on defense because that's just a great hero to have on defense. I think Drake is also minus 35%. But if anyone knows that's the most obvious comparison. So if you know that, please include that in the comments down below. All right, next is Lepiota. 801 attack, 803 defense with 1400 HP. Crazy. Also fast speed. Damage reduction, same as the last one. Removes all status effects and stacks from the target. So finally we have our stack cleanser. I really thought it was going to come from Valhalla, so it's kind of weird to see it come after. By the way, I should mention that I've seen some of these hero cards floating around. I can't share them in this video because Small Giant will take my video down if I do. But I'm not a fan of the art. I was really hoping, with the things they've chosen, like Valhalla, Atlantis, like these kind of mythical locations, that they were going to do Mount Olympus or something like that. But it's sort of this weird, I don't know. I don't see a clear theme. It seemed like this kind of like vague, bland, like steampunk-esque kind of thing. Not heavy on the steampunk vibe, but just some weird stuff going on. I didn't really care for what I had seen of the art so far. But removes all status effects and stacks from the target. Interesting. Status effects and stacks from the target. Oh, okay, so I misinterpreted. That's from the enemy. Deals 158% damage, quite low. The target switches into abyss ghost form. While in abyss ghost form, the target receives 91 damage per turn. Not much. The target cannot gain mana, can't do normal attacks. Oh, that's pretty good. You can just kind of take them out of the match completely for 4 turns. Can't gain mana, can't do normal attacks, can't cast special skills, but is immune to normal attacks. So you're kind of just removing them from play entirely, and then they're taking some damage at the same time, but not that much. So I guess that 91 is going to increase with troops and emblems, so keep that in mind. So you're probably looking at as much as maybe 600 over those 4 turns plus the initial hit. It lasts 4 turns. Last enemy left in the battle can't be shifted into abyss ghost form. Not really my favorite. Ridiculous stats again, which I'm sure we're going to see cut, but yeah, I don't really... I mean, there's uses that would be great. Doing that to Alfreich would, at fast speed, is pretty damn good. And I guess it's not unreasonable that you could have multiple heroes in this form at the same time. So you can use that to either single out the most aggressive heroes and kill them first and put everyone else on ice in the meantime, or you can use this to single out the heroes you're most concerned about while you try to take out some of the other supporting heroes. So interesting. It's kind of a new mechanic, but not that appealing to me. So that was this one, right? Yeah. Next, we have Phineas Fogg, who's just basically a super Evelyn. 845 attack, 749 defense, HP 1384. Cleric class, damage reduction again, fast speed. Oh, wow, special skill. This is a little bit inappropriate, guys. Thrust of a Gentleman. I think we might see a name change there. That's a little bit... a little bit strange. Don't want to be thrusted by this gentleman. Dispels buffs from the target. Deals 420% damage to the target. Target gets minus 58% defense against nature. So let's go over that again. Notice anything interesting about the order of these? We're dispelling buffs first. The only hero that does something like that is Kage Barado. And he has the obvious drawback of when you're below 50% health, the hit is pretty damn weak. So these are absurdly high stats. These are like what his stats look like when he's almost at max emblems. Absurdly high stats. Dispels first. However, the nature defense debuff, which is 4 turns at fast speed, with costume Marjana, she's at fast speed. She's only getting 3 turns. But this is hitting only 1 hero. So not quite a perfect Evelyn counter because she dispels 3, debuffs 3. This is dispelling 1. But dispelling before the hit is quite good. It's a pretty strong hit. So this would be a really good kill shot hero to just take out anyone that is threatening. And that dispel before is super valuable. Okay. Next up, Professor Lydenbrock. Attack 766, defense 828, HP 1437. We have a slow holy sorcerer. This is a really cool ability. I like this one. Decrease ailment duration. Duration of the first 3 status ailments this hero receives from special skills is reduced by 1 turn. So 3 in a match is a lot. Like the other one, the damage reduction is, once you get hit by 3 tiles, even if they're only 1 damage tiles because you don't have that color hero on your team, it's done. This is ailments are reduced, 3 of them, which is great. So slow speed, cleanses status ailments from all allies. All allies' health is boosted by 600 HP over 4 turns. This effect duration is reset if the target receives status ailments. So this is an interesting counter for Alfreich, because if you set this one off first, not only are you cleansing, which could be hard if she gets hit with the mindless attack, or ideally you would fire her before Alfreich, but you're cleansing all those ailments, anything that you have at that point, and you're boosting health, and that's reset if any ailments are cast after that. So that is a good counter to the max HP reduction because this is boosted health. So it'd be about 150 per turn. I don't know if this changes with troops or emblems. I don't think so for healing. So yeah, this is a good offensive hero because you can use the ailment casting of the team you're attacking to your advantage to just boost your health to ridiculous amounts. Should be slow speed. This is so new that it's hard to imagine how practical this will really be, but I'm not loving it at the start. But a very defensive hero. Nonetheless, last one is Xenobia. Attack 846, holy shit. Defense 776, HP 1347. An average red monk. Increases buff duration, that's really nice. Duration of the first 3 buffs this hero receives from special skills. Duration of the first 3 buffs are increased by 1 turn. I guess, I don't know. Maybe the is refers to the duration. I'm not going to get hung up on that. That's probably my favorite of the group so far, because that's like buffs like, increased damage, like Gazelle's buff, the dancing thing would go on 1 turn longer, so that one's really cool. Mono speed average, dual sting. Deals 320% damage to the enemies on the edges of the enemy formation. Sound familiar? Kind of got a new Jabberwock type hero here. If there's only 1 enemy alive, the damage is doubled, so that doesn't mean you're doing 640%. That means you're doing 3 hits of 320%, and that does make a difference because 2 hits, I might have said 3. 2 hits of 320% is less than 1 hit of 640% based on that elusive damage calculation again. This is 20% stronger. I think Jabberwock is 300%, but at average speed instead of fast. Alters the power of fire shields on the board. When an attacking hero casts a special, shields are enhanced with plus 64% attack. When a defending hero casts a special, shields are weakened. Nice typo. Shields are weakened with minus 57% attack. So that is really good and definitely justifies average speed over fast. This is probably my favorite hero right now just because of how much red is hurting for good hitters, and this is a really interesting hitter with a really good synergy for a mono or 3-2 attack team or whatever. Mono would be crazy. 64% attack to mono tiles. I don't know if you know, but increasing as you add heroes of the same color to a team from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, the damage increase is exponential. It's not linear. So mono does have the high, mono is not the equivalent of 1 hero's tile damage times 5. It's actually like times 7 or something, according to Mr. Empires and Puzzles Books, who has a good video on that if you want to familiarize yourself. But anyways, that's a really good secondary attack or secondary skill. Jabberwock has that undispellable poison damage, which is quite nice, but this is pretty good and could be an interesting flank to a green tank, actually. In the same way that Vela was. Obviously, average speed is a little bit slower than fast speed on defense. It can be a lot slower on offense because typically you have to get 4 matches to get those 10 tiles. So, we'll be keeping up with the nerfs that are going to be coming here. We've got to see some stat decreases because these are just ridiculous. But yeah, this is crazy. I cannot believe that this came out today. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm really curious to hear your feedback. There's already a big conversation going in this thread on the forum. 92 replies so far. That'll probably be hundreds by the end of the day. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And that's all I have right now. We'll cover the changes for these as they come out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.